friends, welcome to the program. We kick things off with breaking news, live pictures from Busan, South Korea. The time 10 o'clock in the morning. You can see there Xi Jinping's plane on the ground now. President Trump's high-stakes summit with the Chinese president starts in about an hour. It will be the most important meeting of Trump's second term so far. President Trump's entire agenda rides on America beating China, ending the war in Ukraine, returning manufacturing jobs to America, lowering prices for everything we buy, reducing fentanyl deaths, easing our federal debt, saving your kids' favorite phone app, TikTok. The answer to all of those problems runs right through China. The president has racked up a series of wins during his trip across Asia, but none of them are going to mean much of anything if he fails to get a deal tonight and make Xi Jinping live by that deal. President Trump, sounds pretty optimistic going into that summit in just about an hour.
We're going to have a great meeting with President Xi of China, and a lot of problems are going to be solved. We're going to have a very good outcome for our country and for the world, actually. I think it's important for the world.
And that is what's on the line when Trump meets Xi in about an hour. Important for the world, what President Trump said. American dominance has set the stage for 80 years of peace in the world. World dominance is what China now wants. There can only be one dominant power. Ahead this hour, Ambassadors Max Baucus, Kurt Volker tell us who's got the stronger hand in that meeting. Congressman Adam Smith on which U.S. city could see military boots on the ground next. Also more on the strikes against those drug-running boats. Jillian Michaels on the horror of a new law that makes it easier to sell 12-year-olds into sex trafficking. But first tonight, our Why It Matters segment. The United States, well, we won the first Cold War. We are now in a second one. President Trump's summit tonight with Xi Jinping will decide who has the upper hand right now in that Cold War. China is by far the biggest threat to American global dominance because they want to be the dominant force. They want to replace the United States. And President Trump is trying to stop China from surpassing the United States. Every president before Trump has tried to check China, and somehow China has been able to wiggle their way out, or lie their way out, or bluff their way out. So think about this as two men going in with very different goals. And with China, things are a zero-sum game. At least that's how the Chinese look at it. So Trump wants to end the trade war with China. He wants to increase U.S. access to critical minerals, those rare earth minerals. He needs to get China to buy more U.S. agricultural products, soybeans in particular. And also, you got to deal with TikTok because so many of President Trump's supporters and most of America's kids love TikTok. China's goals are clear in terms of the tactical part, right? Xi wants to nix U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods because he needs more manufacturing in his country. He wants to avoid export restrictions on American technology. He wants NVIDIA processing chips. But most importantly, perhaps, he wants to prove to President Trump that he is an equal. He wants to move Washington closer to Beijing's position on Taiwan.
I don't know that we'll even speak about Taiwan. I'm not sure. I mean, he may want to ask about it. There's not that much to ask about it. You know, Taiwan is Taiwan.
Now, President Trump is laying the groundwork for this, right? It's a very strategic statement. Trump's downplaying the importance of Xi Jinping's biggest near-term goal. China wants to take Taiwan just as badly as Putin wants control of all of Ukraine. The United States cannot let that happen. You might think this is just an economic summit covering differences over trade. It is so much more than that. There's huge drama for the entire future of the world in the next hour. This meeting may be like Reagan's 1986 summit with Gorbachev in Iceland. Back then, talks hit a stalemate. Both sides left frustrated. But that meeting set the foundation for the Soviet Union's collapse just a couple of years later. That could be a phenomenal outcome from this meeting. Meeting starts in less than an hour. Trump starts the process of making sure America maintains its status as the world's dominant power.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.